Good evening, everyone. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's town board meeting. It is December 12th, 2017. I can't think of a better way to start off the holiday season by having our Golden Apple Choir here to start off the season, and they're blessing us with some music tonight before we start off our meeting. So thank you.
Sweet silver bells all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing the cheer, ding and dong, ding and ding dong. God is a song, ding joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, holy crown, raising the sound, Lord of the tales, telling the tale. Carrying they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. All happy and all glad and ding dong dong, jing dong. Long where the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing the cheer, ding dong dong, ding dong dong. That is the song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they crown, raising the sound, Lord of the tales, telling the tale. Carrying they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. All happy and all glad and ding dong, ding all happy and all glad and joyful tone to every home. Ding dong, ding dong, dong. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance a hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Cindy want to play with, Libby want to eat. And while we play, candles are burning bright. One for each night they shed a light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Sivivon, sop, 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 Hanukkah, hu-ha-tov, Hanukkah, hu-ha-tov, Sivivon, sop, 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 Haksima, ulam, Eskadol Hayasham, Haksima, ulam, Eskadol Hayasham, Eskadol Hayasham. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, happy time of year. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, presents and good cheer. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come join in the fun. Candles burn, dreidels turn, freedom has been won. Freedom has been won.
We want to thank all of you for allowing us to use the tower room all summer. We really appreciate it because we had no place to go with air conditioning. And you were gracious enough to take us here for the summer months. We really appreciate that. So we wrote a little parody in Thanksgiving.
Twas a night in July, the humidity high, and the tower room gave us relief with a sigh. You treated us all with such kindness and grace, and we really appreciate that cooling space. The air conditioning it made us sing. We thank you all so much for helping all of us. Now we hope that you all have a great holiday with Christmas and Hanukkah coming your way. We wish you a season of joy and good cheer. And lastly, we wish you a happy New Year.
Wow.
Thanks so much. You too. Take care. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We could have talked about having you make up a song for passing our budget tonight.
Would have been an opera.
We have two items on our agenda tonight as far as public hearings. The first one is our 2018 budget. It's the continuation of our preliminary budget hearing. This is open. Anybody who wishes to comment on the budget is welcome to do so. We have department heads here. If you have any questions relating to that department, you're welcome to ask that department head the question. So right now, the hearing is open for anybody who has any questions on the budget. And if any board members have any questions or input on the budget, they're welcome to do that also.
Okay, Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to discuss a motion that I brought last time at the public meeting. And at the public meeting for the tentative budget discussion, there was a discussion about a position for an employee, and the employee is in the Recreation Department. At that time, we had an original amendment to the budget. The employee was moved from grade 6 to a grade 7, step 5. The move should be to a step 6. And that is the recommendation and the clarification of a step assignment according to the civil service rules. So I would like to go ahead and make the motion that the change in Angela Portanova's step as per CSEA contract and our HR consultant should be that she moves from a grade 6 to a grade 7, step 6, and not a grade 7, step 5. So I'd like to make that correction, please. I move that we move her to a grade 7, step 6.
We can make that resolution, or do we make that part of the budget approval?
You can just give us the budget line.
Yeah.
That's what Nick was just asking me.
I think it would just be part of the
But that makes sense.
approval of budget.
But I mean, it's good that it was brought up for discussion by the public if needed. So,
Yeah, we had our HR consultant, he brought it up to me stating that according to civil service rules, it had to be a full step. That turned out that wasn't a full step, so just corrects that accounting process there. Anyone else wish to speak on the budget? Is welcome to do so. Be there no speakers, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing on the 2018 budget and approve it.
I'll make that motion to close the public hearing.
And I will second that motion. Thank you.
Motion by Mr. Rubio, second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Budget closed. Approval of the 2018 budget.
I'll make that motion as well.
Motion by Mr. Rubio,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on public hearings is to increase the parking fees for commuter lot. There's only 3 different changes to that. Right now, the annual parking fee is $350. It would go to $375. The weekly parking right now is $40. That would go to $45. And the merchant parking was $55. It goes to $75. And all the other fees stay the same. Anyone wish to speak on the commuter parking? Yeah, you can read the notes, yes.
Please take notice that a public hearing at the town board of the town of Mount Pleasant will take place on Tuesday, December 12th, 2017 at 8 p.m. at the town hall located at 1 Town Hall Plaza, Valhalla, New York, 10595 to amend chapter A224 fees, increase fees for commuter parking lots. At said hearing, all persons shall be heard. Patricia June Scova, Town Clerk, Town of Mount Pleasant.
Thank you. Any questions on the commuter parking fees? Being there no speakers, I would entertain a motion to close the public
Mr.
hearing.
Supervisor, just a question. Have we noticed the amounts online or through email?
What was that?
The changes?
Right.
No, not as of yet, no.
Is there any imminent reason that we have to pass this tonight, or can we table it?
Can extend the public hearing?
We could keep it open, and
Yeah.
publicize those changes if you like.
Yeah, just to be consistent with our past practices of the last few months, I think that would probably be in the best interest.
We have time because we don't start selling till around January 22nd.
We have one more meeting before the end of the month, right? All right.
Yeah, we could just, we'll keep the public hearing open and we'll make sure that these numbers get publicized with our local paper, the Examiner here, and on the website.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
No problem. So we have a motion to just continue the public hearing?
Second.
Motion by Mr. McCarthy, second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Going into the supervisor's report, I'd like to just move ahead a little bit, getting down to offer of employment to 2 new police officers. I don't know, Chief, you want to come up and give us some background on this?
Good evening, Mr. Supervisor, Honorable Town Board. Over the past few months, we have been endeavoring to fill 2 vacant positions on the police department. We canvassed the local civil service resident list, conducted interviews, and we were down to 2 candidates that have performed extremely well. If I can have them both come up here, I have Mr. Ryan Perucci from Thornwood and Mr. Walter Hickey, both of Thornwood. Why don't you guys stand right here, please? All right, Ryan's up first here. So Ryan is a lifelong Thornwood resident. An investigation revealed that from a young age, he wanted to be a police officer. And not only that, he wanted to be a Mount Pleasant police officer, so we'll take that. He attended local schools, graduating from Westlake High School. He continued his education at Pace University and obtained a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in pursuit of his goal. He has been and is currently a Thornwood Fire Department member and a certified emergency medical technician. He has worked for the town recreation department in capacity of camp counselor and as a park ranger. So we would affectionately call that the farm team, I would say. He passes background investigation and all the testing required by Westchester County personnel. He'll be a great addition to the Mount Pleasant Police Department, and I'm pleased to recommend him for employment as a police officer. And next to him is Mr. Walter Hickey. Walter is also a lifelong Thornwood resident. He attended local schools, graduated from Westlake High School. He attended Catholic University located in Washington, D.C., where he received his bachelor's degree in civil engineering. Among his accomplishments while he was there, he was named as an All-American lacrosse player. He went on to achieve his master's degree in civil engineering from Manhattan College. In an initial interview, Walter had reported to me that he had experience building bridges, and I informed him that that would be extremely important because in police work, we're building bridges, and then I realized he's actually building bridges. So, but we'll take that on board, and I'm sure maybe the engineering department might be able to use that. Walter's also a Thornwood firefighter, so we're 2 for 2. He has a strong sense of duty and community. And this is why I believe, even though he has a successful career, he's endeavored to become a Mount Pleasant police officer. So I'm truly pleased and honored to recommend Walter for employment as a Mount Pleasant police officer. So just based on the memo that I sent up, I would respectfully request a resolution for the hiring of Mr. Ryan Perucci and Mr. Walter Hickey as full-time, permanent probationary Mount Pleasant police officers to be effective January 4th, 2018. This will be in preparation for both officers to attend the Westchester Zone 3 Police Academy, which will be commencing on January 8th of 2018. So both officers will be subject to a probationary period of 78 weeks from the date of hire, and the starting salary for this position is $62,128. Thank you for your consideration in this matter.
We were trying to figure out the best time to swear them in. Would that be a reorganization meeting possibly?
I'm thinking that we can do it the first day of employment on the 4th, and we can have a little ceremony in here and have them do their thing then, if that's appropriate for or okay for you guys.
It's fine.
Okay.
I would ask the board to make a recommendation to hire these two young men.
I'd like to make that motion, and it gives me a lot of satisfaction to look at these two young men, one that I know well and one that I don't know quite that well, but to know that they're listening to the chief and knowing their history and their dedication to the town of Mount Pleasant serves us well and also builds our future here. So thank you very much for both stepping forward, and thank you, Chief, for the hard work it takes to reach the point where you can recommend two candidates to us. So with that said, I'd like to make a motion that we offer employment to both Ryan Perucci and Walter Hickey. Thank you.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
I would second that. I had the privilege of seeing both gentlemen go through high school, and I couldn't think of two finer individuals to be on our police force.
second by Ms. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen, and welcome to the Mount Pleasant Police Department.
Great things about you guys.
All right, the family's not getting away scot-free here, so maybe if I can have Brian's family up here first, we'll take a couple of pictures, please.
Congratulations, Walter. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Let me get these two guys first.
Oh, wait, we want to be out of the picture.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brian, why don't we get your family over here? Beautiful. I'm going to remove myself so you can get a family picture, even though we're all family. And then walk them.
You are, thank you.
So if I can just add that they're going to start training on January 8th.
Same as it was
And it's
published.
incumbent on us to give them the best training possible so they can return home every night safely to their family, and we will do that. So thank you.
Thank you again, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
move on to the agenda. The first item is call for a public hearing for annexation into the sewer district for Heath and Wendy King, located at 90 Old Farm Road South in Pleasantville. This has been discussed with our town engineer. There's an issue with the septic system and they need to desperately tie into our system.
My understanding is that ultimately, in order to do this, there's county requirements that have to be met. And before we can even approve it, my understanding that those have been met. So based on that, based on the memo of our town engineer, I will move for approval.
Motion by Mr. Rubio,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Have that the 27th,
Any opposed?
meeting on the 27th?
Yes, December 27th.
So, okay.
Next item is call for a public hearing, which would also be December 27th, to amend Town Ordinance 206-40, Schedule 6, stop intersections. Do you have those details already?
Not really.
All right, I'll make sure you get those. This resolution would approve scheduling it for the December 27th meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to amend Resolution 537-16 to read, James Maxwell is appointed as Mount Pleasant Town Historian. It was originally put in there to Historical Society, and it needs to be changed that his title is technically Town Historian.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Mr. McCarthy. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is a request from our assessor, Jim Timmings, to take an online assessment course on December 13th, 2017. Cost of the course is $45, which is in Jim's budget.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. Rubio,
Second.
second by Mr. McCarthy. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. As part of our budget for 2018, we had discussed raises for part-timers, which sometimes get left out of the mix. The decision was made that employees with 5 or more years employed with the town will get a $1 per hour increase. Employees with less than 5 years will get a 50-cent per hour increase. I have a list of all the part-timers. If anyone wishes to review it, I have that list with me. There is 18 which are 5 years and 10 that are under 5 years.
This clarification, this is for 5-year increments, right? In other words, there's not another raise automatic next year. The 6
No,
year.
this
Okay.
is for this
Just
year.
for this
That's
year.
for this year,
Right.
in this year's budget.
It's just confirming that. Motion made.
Everybody working.
Make that motion.
Motion by Mr. McCarthy,
Second.
second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I have to add one more item to the resolutions, which would be 622A. We have to schedule a public hearing. Our town engineer is requesting some adjustments to the bond that we had previously approved regarding a couple of projects that have gone slightly over what was budgeted. So December 27th will be another scheduled public hearing for revisions to the existing bonds. That information will be publicized with the amounts. That'll get into the paper as soon as we get it from bonding council this week.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. Rubio,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I have the receiver of taxes report for November, and I have the current rate of interest from our controller is 0.85%. We're getting there.
Yes, I'm second, please. No.
Next item is business from the floor. Anyone wishing to address the board is welcome to do so at this time.
I think we have a student with us tonight.
A scout.
So,
You guys with the Boy Scouts? Come on up. Sure, don't be shy.
I'm doing communications merit badge for Boy Scouts,
what troop?
Troop 1 Hawthorne.
Oh, great.
What's your name?
Michael Mangione.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Too.
So you're just here observing for your merit badge?
Yeah, I need to take notes and observe a town meeting.
And stay awake?
You know, all of our town meetings you can get on the website. If you want to review previous meetings, it might help you because tonight is a little more shorter than normal, so you may not get as much out of this one. But you're
Just
welcome
what you
to.
want, you can watch them on video as well. In addition to being bored to tears here, you can go home and watch them on video.
You have any questions for us?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for coming.
You're welcome
Thank you for having
anytime.
me.
So nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you. Merry
You too.
Christmas.
Good job.
Thank you.
Be there no more business from the floor, I would move on to our town clerk's report.
Public hearing, continued budget hearing for 2018 and community parking lot fees for the coming year. Received town clerk supervisor and registrar's report for September 2017. Received building department report for November 2017. Zoning board agenda, December 14th, 2017. Planning board agenda, December 18th, 2017. Received from the town of Greenberg, notice of public hearing, reference local law number 264, UR Urban Renewal District, and one tax certiorari, Legion of Christ Incorporated. I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to all our residents and a Happy Hanukkah, and I hope you enjoy your holiday with your families.
Thank you. Item F would be referred to our town attorney.
Thank you.
Also reports, we move on to Councilman McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, honorable board, ladies and gentlemen. I have the comptroller's memo dated today, December 12, 2017. The following claims are submitted for town board approval from the following departments. Justice Court, we have stenography services and interpreter fees, total of $12,310. Attorney, we have on November Labor Council at $1,770.22. Billing Town Hall, we have supplies, total of $1,463.10. Prepaid expenses, we have tickets for recreation and the winter summer brochure at $13,651.72. Well, should make a special mention of Billy Joel tickets if anyone's interested. They sold out already? April 13th, 2018 show, Madison Square Garden. So get your tickets now through recreation. Public safety, we have Corsi tires, tires for police vehicles and parts for public safety, total of $4,339.58. Safety inspection, we have certified elevator inspections, total of $5,485. Home delivery meals, we have $5,485. I'm sorry. Home delivery meals, we have team sports, shirts and jackets, total of $375. Brad Hurst program, we have shirts and jackets, $225. Supplemental nutrition assistance, we have shirts and jackets, $79.25. Planning board, we have October project administration at $1,125. General repairs, we have 29.93 tons of blacktop at $2,254.57. Capital pool complex, we have sidewalk replacement at $204,511.26. Capital joint water district, we have 5,978 water meters installed at $57,960. Kensko capital projects, we have Kensko engineering services at $1,295. Old Farm Hill Water District, we have a generator service at $880. Kensko Water, we have Kinsley Power Systems, also generator services at $3,090. Trust and agency escrow, we have 9 applications with Cleary Consulting and one with Thomas Middag at a total of $7,750 $7,775 for a grand total of Maria Langewar's comptroller's memo of $318,589.70. All items have been reviewed by the comptroller and available for audit by the public at the comptroller's office. Respectfully submitted to pay the bills.
Motion by Mr. McCarthy,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Dennis, on the budget reallocations, the second item we're going to hold off on
Okay.
because we needed some more details on that purchase order.
Copy that. So the comptroller's office also, we have 2017 budget reallocations. The memo dated today as well. An increase of $9,061 in police equipment, correlating with a decrease in $9,061 for police gasoline and oil. This is to reallocate money from gasoline and oil to police equipment to cover the cost of Panasonic Toughbook that's required for the motorcycle computer and printer printout for police motorcycle. Respectfully submitted.
Motion by Mr. McCarthy,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'd like to wish everyone a blessed Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, and peace and joy to all your families. If there's no objection, I'm going to go home and have cake with my family. Today's my birthday. So I wish
happy
you all a
birthday.
good night.
Happy birthday.
All right?
Enjoy.
All right.
Councilman Rubio.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I have but one item on the agenda this evening, which is purchase order 18649. Mr. McCarthy just referred to it. The vendor is Patrol PC, and this is for a motorcycle computer printer and mounting hardware. Apparently, we use the motorcycle to, among other things, write tickets, and they can't drive the motorcycle and carry the printer under their arm, so it has to be mounted to the motorcycle. This cost is $5,920. I move for approval.
Motion by Mr. Rubio,
Second.
second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. Enjoy your families.
Thank you. Councilwoman Smalley.
Good evening. I have actually 8 items. Number 6 item on the agenda is on hold for this evening. So I'll start with memo number 101, and that is approval to hire Vincent Ciopa to work for Ken Fisher Basketball and Adult Basketball Program at the rate of $10 an hour, effective December 9th, 2017. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The second item is memo number 102. This is the Park and Recs Commission requesting town board approval of the attached fee schedule for the 2018 pool and day camp season. This is attached. I have copies of it here at the front dais. It will also be in the Town Rec and Parks Department for anyone to review. There's an increase of 2% across the board. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I would also suggest that that schedule be put on our website.
Very good.
Good idea.
Great suggestion. Okay, the next item is number 3, and this is PO 18093 Vermont Systems. It's the software upgrade to process online registration. Whoops. 18091, excuse me. Thank you for the correction, Mrs. Scova. It's software upgrade to process online registration and credit card processing. It's a first step in getting this process done for our residents. Many have requested credit card payment for some of the programs here in Town Hall and Recreation Department. So this is a first step. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Actually, I have to go back, please, because the total number on that is $18,098 and no cents. Okay?
Noted.
Okay, thank you very much. Kind of lost my mojo there for a minute. Okay. Moving on to the next item, it's PO 18817, and this is for BSN Sports for 5 rows of bleachers. Parks Department often has to replace equipment that has been well used, and this is one of those situations. The total cost is $5,924.48. It's for 2 rows of 5 bleachers. Move for approval, please.
So there's a freight on top of that, so the total is,
Is $6,724.48.
Right. motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We also have situations where the bleachers are non-compliant, and we have to replace them due to that.
That is correct. Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The next item is number 18819 for Wausau Tile, 6 concrete waste containers for placement throughout town facilities. And with that and all the equipment, the waste containers, the replacement lids, and the replacement liners, as well as the shipping, the total cost is $4,225.30. The shipping being $991.30. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Following, the next purchase order is 18821 Coach's Corner Exercise Mat, 6 by 42 by 2, quantity of 1. The total cost is $1,210. The shipping is $250. The purchase order total is $1,460. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is purchase order 18822. This is for a shade structure for the pool entrance. Just one item. The shade structure is $5,490.45. The freight is $850. The total is $6,340.45. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. And the last item this evening is PO 18823 for AC Furia. It's a repair to the pool motor for the slide pump. The cost is $2,650. That's total for this PO. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That's my report for tonight. Just reminding everyone who's interested, Saturday is Breakfast for Santa up at the community center. Please come and enjoy the festivities with the youngest members of our community. And to everyone, a wonderful, happy holiday season. Be safe, be healthy, and we'll see you again at the end of this month and, of course, in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman DiPaolo.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening to the public. On behalf of the Highway Department, I have 2 items on the agenda this evening. The first is seeking authorization to release the bond amount of $1,140 to Mary and Joseph Grasso for curb cut permit number 1453, and that was for work performed at 888 Sherman Avenue. The work has been completed to the satisfaction of the highway superintendent. Therefore, I move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Mr. Rubio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The second item is seeking authorization to increase purchase order 18570 by $38,377 due to the extension of blacktop work on Old Farm Road and to the cost escalation associated with this project. Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I too would like to just wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, enjoy the time with your loved ones.
Thank you. I have a question for our town attorney. Can we make a motion and a second? If I get a motion and a second, and I always say, all in favor. And then, can I shorten that by just saying anyone opposed?
You can do that. Usually you do all of the positive. Whatever you prefer.
Don't be so negative.
Might confuse everybody.
No, I say all in favor, then any opposed, you know. I didn't know if there was anything in Robert's rules that would negate that rule. We'll keep it the way it is
The
then.
way it is, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I can look it up though. If something changes, let me know.
I'm not going to lose any sleep over that one. So. Our scheduled meetings, Tuesday, December 19th will be our work session at 7 PM. Our next public meeting, business session, will be Wednesday, December 27th at 8 PM.
Do we need a resolution?
I think we do need a resolution to change the date.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by that'd be 670, 678, 77,
You want to make it, okay, 677.
677. Motion by Mr. Rubio,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And also, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah, and enjoy your family and friends. Good night. Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Anybody against it?
We all second it, though. Thank you.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo, second by Ms. Smalley. Meeting adjourned.